Kane accuses Levy of broken promises as Spurs snub £125 Man City bid. Harry Kane believes chairman Daniel Levy has broken a promise to let him leave Tottenham this summer. Sources close to the England captain insist he will continue to give everything to Spurs, despite feeling that the club have not matched his ambitions. Kane's camp claim it was agreed he would be permitted to leave if Spurs didn't win a trophy or qualify for the Champions League last season. The England captain still has his heart set on a transfer to Manchester City before the August 31 deadline. However, Kane, 28, wants to regain the trust and faith of Spurs supporters, who appeared to turn on their talismanic striker during Sunday's 1-0 win over City, and vows to give 100% if he is called upon. Sportsmail understands Kane is unlikely to make the trip to Portugal for Wednesday's Europa Conference League play-off tie against Pecos de Ferreira. Head coach Nuno Espirito Santo is ready to leave him behind so he can continue working on his fitness ahead of Sunday's trip to Wolves. While Kane is open to playing for the club again, the star striker, sources close to Kane claim that during a meeting at the start of last season, Levy agreed to let the striker leave if Spurs failed to qualify for the Champions League or win silverware. During the summit, it is said Kane was told by the chairman that Spurs, then coached by Jose Mourinho, would compete for trophies and for the top four. May 17 Harry Kane reiterates to chairman Daniel Levy that he wants to leave Spurs in summer after failing to finish top four or win a trophy. May 19 The 28-year-old appears to wave goodbye to the Spurs fans after their final home game of the season, a 2-1 defeat by Aston Villa. May 20 Kane's interview with Gary Neville, recorded a few days earlier, is streamed on YouTube. He tells Neville he needed a good, honest conversation with the chairman about his future. June 19 After a poor start to Euro 2020, England captain Kane denies being distracted by reports that Manchester City, his preferred destination, have made a £100 million offer to sign him. July 23 Kane is said to have told guests at his brother's wedding that he was set to join Pep Guardiola's side. August 2 He fails to report back for pre-season training at Spurs. August 6 Kane says on Twitter that he would never refuse to return to training and that his absence was as planned. City boss Guardiola tells reporters he wants to sign the striker. Levy values his star man at £150 million. August 7 Kane returns to Tottenham but has to quarantine from his teammates after his summer holiday in the Bahamas. August 9 Spurs boss Nuno Espirito Santo insists Kane is still in contention for the first game of the season against his suitors City. August 13 Kane returns to training on his own and holds talks with Nuno for the first time. August 15 Spurs beat City in the opening game of the season with Kane not included in the squad. After the match, Nuno says he expects him to stay at the club. August 17 Kane trains with his Tottenham teammates for the first time but accuses Levy of breaking promises in not allowing him to leave. By James Sharp Kane was led to believe that if those goals were not met, the club would allow him to leave. Kane, who signed a 6-year deal in 2018, had meetings with Levy to discuss his concerns even before last year's talks. It is claimed he has not been happy at Spurs for at least 18 months. The Kane camp believed there has been communication between Spurs and City over the past year, which is why he expected to join the champions this summer. City's latest offer is worth £125 million, though Spurs' minimum valuation is £150 million. Kane left for Euro 2020 under the impression that Tottenham would sanction his exit ahead of the new season. He felt empowered to conduct an interview with Sky Sports before the Euros, in which he heavily intimated his intention to leave because he believed he had the green light. Despite this, Spurs are adamant Kane is not for sale, a stance the striker views as a broken promise from Levy. There is frustration from Kane that his impeccable reputation has been called into question. He has been seen as a model professional, but his attempts to leave for City have left some fans and pundits questioning his professionalism. That has hurt the player, given his sterling service to club and country over the years. While the Kane camp acknowledge he still has 3 years left to run on his existing deal, he feels let down by the club due to what he sees as their failure to match his ambitions. Kane's urge to leave stems from his desire to compete at the highest level and is not financially motivated. He is already the best paid player at Tottenham by some distance, but is yet to win a single trophy, despite his standing as one of the best strikers in Europe. The Spurs Academy graduate is upset at how the transfer saga has played out. Kane always wanted to leave through the front door, on amicable terms with Levy, and with the blessing of supporters who have adored him for years. But he feels Levy's alleged U-turn has played a factor in his currently strained relationship with Spurs fans. It appeared that Kane had effectively refused to train when he failed to report for pre-season on Monday, August 2, the date Spurs were expecting him back. However, sources close to Kane insist the player left for his holiday in the Bahamas and Florida, under the impression that he would be allowed to take an extended break. It is claimed that this agreement was withdrawn while he was away, but not communicated directly to him. The miscommunication is said to have caused him to miss his return date, with the striker unsure as to why Tottenham are yet to clear up the confusion. Some fans turned on Kane on social media, and supporters were heard chanting, "Are you watching Harry Kane?" near the end of Sunday's 1-0 win over City. Kane understands the fans' frustrations, but hopes they will appreciate his position, especially after the years of service and his remarkable scoring record. He is determined to be reconciled with the fans and hopes at some point they will understand he is driven by his ambition to win the biggest trophies. Tottenham declined to comment on Tuesday night.